Hey everyone, April is National Occupational Therapy Month, and in this month we're stressing the need for occupational therapy, especially for those that are being discharged from a facility and going home. Today I have with me Paul Martinet with Aspire of Palma Sola Bay, a local skilled nursing facility here in Bradenton. Thank you for joining us, Paul.
Thank you, Jonathan. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you. So the question I have for Paul today is, Paul, how do you evaluate your patients here and their need for occupational therapy?
All right. First of all, when we get any patient in from a hospital stay, they're automatically going to get an occupational therapy evaluation. A lot of people don't understand what occupational therapy entails. When they hear, I'm going to a rehab center for therapy, everyone tends to jump to physical therapy. Oh, they're going to get me up, I'm going to walk, I'm going to get my legs moving and stuff. Occupational therapy is just as important as physical therapy. What occupational therapy focuses on is what we call the ADLs, or activities of daily living. So it's dressing, bathing, being able to take care of your medication management, reading recipes, being able to cook, things like that. A lot of those things are overlooked when people think of going to a rehabilitation center. So every new patient that comes in, we automatically evaluate them for those areas. The occupational therapist will assess, see how well they're able to take on and off their shoes, their shirts, how well they're able to bathe themselves, which would also include brushing your teeth, brushing your hair, things like that. Things that we normally take for granted until something happens and you wind up in the hospital. Also, occupational therapy will work on some upper body strengthening, and they'll work on fine motor movement. The range of what they work on is really wide. They'll work on writing, making sure you're able to write out checks and things like that, so that our goal here is to get people home as safe and independently as possible. So when we do the evaluation, we'll establish goals depending on where we see the deficiencies, and we go back to the patient's history to see what they were able to do prior to being in the hospital. And we really like to tailor those goals to make those patients, it's going to be as independent as possible. That is our number one goal, the safe discharge. And then after we are done working with them here on those goals and they're ready to go home, more than likely we're going to recommend home health occupational therapy. Which is great also because it allows that therapist to go into the patient's home environment and they'll do an assessment of their environment. Okay, I would move this chair, move this couch, watch out for these throw rugs. They'll have the patient in the kitchen, put them through their paces in their own kitchen, seeing how well they're able to cook and manage for themselves. So, like I said, we want to ensure, and we work with a lot of home health companies. They'll come and they'll ask us, how's this patient doing before they go home, so we can have a smooth continuum of care from hospital to here, and then transfer back home to their home environment, and hopefully, ideally, get them home independent as possible.
Thank you, Paul, for providing this education for our audience.
My
I got to
pleasure.
say, Paul has been here at Aspire at Palma Sola Bay for what?
Coming up on 17 years.
17 years, so he definitely knows what he's talking about. We've had many of our clients come here for their skilled nursing needs. So if you need any skilled nursing, if you're being discharged from a hospital and need to go to a skilled nursing facility, please think of Aspire at Palma Sola. Again, thank you for joining us.
And thank you for all you do. Please, home helpers, we love Jonathan. We refer a lot of patients to him. They do an excellent job.
Thank you, Paul. All right, thank you, everyone, and until next time, we'll see you soon. Aspire at Palma Sola Bay is a local skilled nursing facility in Bradenton, Florida. To learn more, please visit their website or use the information on the screen to contact Aspire at Palma Sola Bay directly.